Alright, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about dogs and emotions because dogs have emotions, just like people. And dogs use emotions to communicate. They've got a very sophisticated body language system where it's actually really simple. They use actions that create emotions to communicate. And this is what the trust technique is all about. The trust technique is all about using actions that are going to be calming. And calming signals, of which there are about 15 of them, and I have them written in my book, are various actions that, like, there's 15 of them, and I'll flash them on the screen, but they all mean the same thing. They all mean you calm down, me trying to calm down, or there's something in the environment and it's stressing us out. Dogs speak in the form of us. They have a collective consciousness. They are a pack species. They don't have an ego. They are directly in the moment and they're feeling everything. So let's circle back to emotions with dogs and how you can use what I'm going to call the sequence of surrendering, which is 4 specific postures, 4 specific calming signals that move on a string, and these are always working together. And when you understand how these things work, your peaceful alpha power, your emotional intelligence, your ability to communicate with your dog, understand what your dog is feeling, be a better dog trainer, even be better with people, because all animals do these things, it just goes through the roof. Okay, so let's take a reactive dog scenario. Let's take a scenario where there is a skateboard coming in a straight line towards your dog, and all of a sudden that creates an emotion of fear in your dog. So what does your dog do? It acts that fear out. It acts the emotion out. Dogs are going to act out whatever emotion they are feeling. And with dogs, it's very simple. The emotion is either calming or it's contrast creating. Contrast creating would be like creating fear. Okay, so that action of the skateboarder coming at you and your dog is going to create fear in your dog, and your dog is going to lunge, or it's going to try and run away. It's going to create that kind of an instinct. Um, Now, let's say your dog is laying down and the skateboard's coming, and your dog feels the same fear. It's going to sit, stand, and then lunge. Okay, so those are the 4 positions. Let's take this in another example. Let's say that you have your dog tied to a post. You're going to go in for a coffee. I have Bubba tied up to this fence right now. Similar emotion. It's going to be frustrating, confusing, maybe a little bit of anxiety. Okay, and so what they're going to do to act that emotion out is pull against the rope. Once they work through the emotion on their own, they are going to go into the first position, which is standing still. So as the emotion settles, they move from sort of pulling into standing still. If they're there long enough, they're going to move from standing still into sitting. If they're there long enough and the emotion settles, they're going to move from sitting into laying down with their head up. And if they're getting, and that, by the way, the belly on the ground is really calming. Standing still is a meditative posture. Sitting down still is a meditative posture. So these positions are actually clever. They're emotionally intelligent. They're doing these actions to calm themselves down. They're self-soothing. So when dogs feel emotion in a strong capacity, they go from laying down, sitting, standing, moving forward, jumping. This is the root of all of your dog's bad behavior, guys. It's coming from emotion. So to make your dog emotionally intelligent, to make them well-tempered, is the key to a well-behaved dog. So if your dog is tied, one of the things that what I'm doing with Bubba right now is I have him tied to this wall here, and he's creating tension. He wants to be free. He wants to move around. He wants to go and sniff. And I'm doing some training with him right here. I'm teaching him to just temper himself. I'm sitting on the ground and I'm leading with action from a calming signal trust technique standpoint. And there you go. He took the tension off all by himself. Now, if I have only been here for 4 minutes, but if I do this every day and a little bit longer, then my dog learns how to go through this sequence of surrendering quickly. By the way, this is a natural thing. Dogs will always go through this sequence of surrendering. And they don't just do it when they're tied up to a post. They do it anytime dominance is asserted. They do it when a resource is being claimed. When one dog claims a resource, they will create contrast over the other dog, and the dog, to show that he is not intending any conflict, he will move backwards, he will stand still, sit down, lay down, put his chin down, demonstrating vulnerability, safety, calmness. Remember, dogs are a pack species, so when one is upset, they all feel the upset nature. Okay, so where am I going with this? Basically, where I'm going with this is, as a peaceful alpha, start to tune into the emotion that your dog is feeling, and understand that you can command them into a sit and have them hold the sit. There he goes, he's settling. That's a stage 2 of surrendering, okay? And he's sitting right on my lap. So the longer I stay here, he's gonna lay down. Every dog does this, and it is totally beneficial to practice this every single day. Do a walk, sit at a bench, meditate at the bench, tie your dog up, don't hold it. Let your dog go through the sequence of surrendering on their own. When they're in a seated, a laying down, or even better, a stage 4 with the belly down and the chin down on the ground, you can, what they're doing is their consciousness is expanding. They're getting calmer, and they're getting calmer in situations where there are things that would have typically triggered them. You could have, it would be ripe to have skateboarders go by you while your dog is in this state, because it's harder for them to want to react. They have to stand up, they have to sit up, they have to move forward. So the longer they hold these positions, the more the earth grounds them. Okay, so how are you even noticing this stuff yourself unless you are calm and are in the flow and are in the moment and are appreciating that dogs have their own body language, and this is part of them talking. So if you're into this kind of info, give this channel a like and a subscribe, because it's my favorite thing to teach. It is on the cutting edge of dog training, and what you'll see is that the more you start to tune into this, the more you start to realize people do it too. So for example, there's different levels of sitting down as a person. You could sit down with your back straight, or you could be totally relaxed and leaning back. And when you start to spot these things, you start to realize that there are key moments when you want to discuss things with people that may be a little bit agitating. You want to discuss them in the calmest, most relaxed way. So being a good host, getting somebody to relax, sit in the couch, sit down, waiting for their body to shift, making small talk until their body shifts, that's a peaceful alpha move. And the skills transfer from your dog into life. They really just do. So this video is called The Sequence of Surrendering, and there will be many more elaborating on this topic.